Hello everybody, how are you doing today? Hope everyone is fine. As you can see, I'm not outside in a garden, I'm in the conservatory. It's completely dark, cold and wet outside. I just finished work. It's 5:15. There's absolutely nothing you can do outside. So I thought we're gonna have a little update about our tropical plants. I don't know if you remember, I don't know if you watched one of the older videos. I brought some stuff from Thailand, and as you can see, everything is happily growing. But some of the plants need a little bit of attention, so let me show you. Okay, so I have my lychee plants. I hope the camera is picking them. They are growing happily, but I've noticed they are quite slow growing plants, at least here in UK, in the temperatures we have. In this pot I have 2 of them growing, so I thought I'm gonna repot them in a separate pots, probably similar size or same size. Those can still stay in the pots that they are growing. It's winter, they're not doing much anyway. And I can't see any roots growing from the bottom. That's our mandarin plants. I have 5 of them growing in this pot. So same like with the lychee, I'm gonna split them and replant them into separate pots, probably only 2 of them. I don't know if you can see behind me in this darkness, but I have plenty of citrus fruits, I don't need any more. But the happiest thing for me, the thing that I'm most happy about, are my Plumeria cuttings. They're all growing happily. They can stay in those pots till spring. All 3 of them that I planted in the normal garden soil are thriving, as you can see. But sadly, the experiment with the sand didn't do much, so I'm gonna transplant those 2 into the soil and get rid of all the sands. I think the sand is keeping the plant too wet and there's no nutrition in it at all. Next on the list is the turmeric. It's growing quite well. Doesn't need any repotting, it can stay in this pot. Same with the lemongrass. I don't know if you remember the little lemongrass stick I put in the soil. That's how it looks now. Nice, healthy and growing like crazy. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing today. Let me get you a bit closer and I'll show you what I'm doing. Okay, so let's do some repotting. First of all, I'm gonna do the lychee tree. They could probably stay in this pot a bit longer, but I'm pretty sure the root's gonna get entangled and it's gonna be harder to split them apart. So I'm just gonna do it now. I'm probably gonna use pots like that, slightly bigger than the original one. It's an easy job. As you can see, there's plenty of roots already at the bottom. Let me gently break them apart. You don't want to drop your seedlings like I just did, but they should be alright. They're quite fleshy roots, so it's quite easy to split them really. Not that much tangled. All I'm using for that is the compost from my own garden. Just try to center the plant. And voila, we have one lychee tree repotted already. Let me do the same with the second one. Just make the hole in a compost and try to put the whole root ball in it. There you go, that's another one done. And now let's try to sort out those mandarin plants. There's 5 of them in this small pot, so they definitely need repotting. As you can see, there's some roots coming at the bottom as well, so let's have a look what's inside. I didn't water them for a couple of days to make the soil more crumbly, so it's easier to split. As you can see, it's very similar like with the lychee. The roots are quite fleshy and not tangled at all, so that's gonna be an easy job. Let me pick the 2 biggest ones. Those 2 should do. I'm pretty sure they're gonna appreciate the fresh compost as well. 5 plants growing in one small pot. I'm pretty sure the original soil is quite depleted. There we go, that's one done. I'm trying to keep them at the same depth that they were growing before. It's quite easy to spot. You can see the green is starting from here, so that was the level of the soil. So I'm trying to bury them to the same level in the new pots. Well, actually, while I'm at it, I really don't like throwing plants, so I'm gonna plant those 3 together in another pot, maybe slightly bigger. I think that's my problem. I can't get rid of the plants. And I end up with too many of them. But that's all good. It's a backup in case something goes wrong. I always have a few more. So that's gonna be a multi-stem bush. We'll see how it's gonna go. Okay, and now the main job. Let's have a look if we can save those Plumeria cuttings from the sand trap. That doesn't look good. It didn't grow a single root, but the cutting is still alive. So let's give it some soil and nutrition, and we'll see if we can save it. That's quite surprising actually. I would think they're gonna grow some roots to try to find some nutrients, but obviously the sand method is not working at all. To compare with this one growing in the soil, I can't really tip the pot upside down, but I can see roots growing from the bottom. Same even with this big one. So fingers crossed, that one gonna survive. Let's try to do the same with this one. I kept that one much drier to compare if there's any difference. But I can't see any roots growing as well. It's just sand. Yeah, no roots whatsoever. So let's plant them in the compost. That should do it. So as you can see, all the tropical plants are thriving here in the conservatory. It's still cold outside and dark. I don't use any extra light for that room, but I do use a heater. I'm trying to keep that place above 8 degrees all the time. It does get quite warm during the day. Every time we have a sunny day, there's lots of windows around here, so that helps. What I've noticed over the years, if I keep the conservatory above 8-9 degrees, all the tropical plants are surviving the winter. They might be not thriving during the winter. You can see on the banana it's getting some yellowing, but it is surviving till spring, and then it can grow again next year. So I think that's all I have for you today. Maybe one day if I finish earlier, or maybe we're gonna get some nice weather during the weekend, I can show you around the room. But for now, that's all I have for you. Thank you very much for watching. Bye!